you see the world differently when you like aren't sitting in a car zooming by things, but like you also get time to talk to people, and it's like it's so fun, and you see how other people interact with the environment around them, and like what a lovely thing to like get to spend time with someone like on a bike.
Puts a smile on your face, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like I'm like it's just fun. Yeah. Fall back to this lady. She's got clothes. Just this trailer. We're gonna see. Well, now I'm like, what am I? Oh my gosh, that's the hard part. As I feel like I've like rambled on and on, like to paint a really large picture of like who I am. I'm like, oh yeah, who am I in like one sentence? Do I look at you for that?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Lane Wolf. They them. I'm 23, and I'm a bike advocate, but also many other things. I'm sure. Just that's the first one that comes to mind.
You're from a super small town of like 200 people, 300 people?
280. I like to say 283 because like there was 284 in the 2010 census, and then I left. And I'm like, ugh. Imagine if I was the only person to leave Larwell, Indiana. Wouldn't that be like? It would be like a Hallmark movie. I am that girl who moved to the big city that is Indianapolis. I said a few months ago, and I like haven't like talked about it since saying it, but I would love to like be the reason a park opens. Like whether I'm like an extremely wealthy person who's like, look, I built a park in this community for these kids, or like be the like the person who works in like the city county building who's like, oh yeah, we worked so hard, we raised a ton of funds, or like a nonprofit, I guess, for that, because like I constantly say I want to be an executive director of a nonprofit, but like I guess like create something for like I guess like people that I look up to who would be like young people. I want to like create more space for them and like create more freedom and independence for them.
Yeah, let's pull over left here real quick. In this park, yeah. What do you do in the wintertime when it's like icy cold?
Wear a sweatshirt. Honestly, like there are times where like I've like it's like really gorgeous in the winter, like especially on the Monon, like when the Monon gets like plowed and you can like be out on your bike and everything. Like I'll say it's slushy, it's gross. Like I like will get like slush just thrown up my back and everything when I ride, but like at that it's like still like there's times where it's really, really gorgeous. I have this photo of like the Monon this past spring. It snowed one day and it was like I was biking to work and there's like still snow like clinging to the trees, but like it was so green already that it was like this super cool, just like whoa, like that's like the spring is here, but like so is the snow. And like it was like actually like on the strip of the Monon, I think. What's more American than convenience? Like nothing. Being an American is like doing whatever is most convenient for you. And for me, as someone who rides my bike 30 to 45 minutes to work every single day, which is not super convenient because I could drive a car, but like at that I'm like, oh, what are the ramifications then of like what's the harm that I do if I like get in a car, which I feel like even to the level of like, oh, if I get in a car and I drive a car, or I like pick up a friend and I drive a car, or someone sees me driving a car, I've now normalized driving a car. And like for that, I then think of all of like the negative repercussions of that. So I spend a lot of time thinking of like how we use space and how we allow space for other people, and what's wasted when we use that space, or like what are the other possibilities of that space.
Is that why you refused the ride from me today?
It's not why I refused the ride, but it is like, one, I love riding my bike. I will say like I have like I save songs to my library, and then when I go for a bike ride, I just open that library and I'm like, let's listen to these songs. And it's like always I get through like the same 6 songs on a bike ride kind of thing. You really were. Exactly. And that's sick. That's disgusting. Shame on you for that. Every part of me now is like, how do I create a world that is better and safer for the people like me, but also like the people who even have it like much worse than me. Like there's so many things that I will never experience. Like I am at that like male presenting, like I am white, like I have a lot of privilege there. And while I think I'm also like very noticeably queer, like never in my life have I been afraid of like being like attacked for being like a queer person. And I know that happens in other places, but I'm very fortunate to not be in that space. So like I think it's just a big part of like recognizing your privilege while also hand in hand like recognizing the hardship you've like faced, and then being like, okay, how can I take these 2 things I have and like make an opportunity that creates more opportunity for someone else. Go ahead. Oh, thank you.
Were you saying earlier they have a pump on you?
Shut up. Imagine if it's just like...
Wow,
Oh,
that's
actually,
a
it's pretty long.
sharp piece of glass.
Thank you so much for picking that up. You really did a service to someone.
Yeah, you're welcome. Should I keep it? Is this like good luck if I keep it?
I don't know. It was bad luck when you got it, so...
That's true.
1.
Damn. On the Monon, you'll see it. It's like a crazy, like it's packed very frequently. But I love to like kind of smile and nod and like wave at literally anyone who goes by, because I'm like, hey, I acknowledge you on this space. I'm like, I'm glad you're taking it up. I'm glad you're here, not in a car, you know. I'm glad you're on a bike or you're walking, or like even just like a hey, how you doing? But yeah, no, then that's the thing. Like then you meet people, or you don't even meet them, but you like help them pump up a tire and they pass you a joint, and then you're like, you know, it's 3 PM and you're smoking on the trail. That's so fun. So, and yeah, very main character stuff, which I'm like, we all got to try a little bit harder to be the main character, I think. So. That's the American dream. To be, the American dream is riding to the river to jump off the bridge with your buddies. Just dudes being dudes, man. When you have the opportunity to connect with people, so many good things come from it. So like imagine if we created a better built environment with more infrastructure, where then people were able to like literally commune, like, and come together and just like share themselves and like create opportunity together. I think that's like chef kisses. That's peak urbanism, is like just getting people together in a space that encourages support.